I always had this desire to be loved by everyone, to inspire everyone. I guess it's just where I think I'm at my happiest. Ako si Asher, 20 years old ako at maglalabas ako ng EP. Dreams and Nightmares ang pangalan niya, and those songs represent my life and the experiences that I go through. I got into music when I was really young. Bale, batang-bata pa lang ako napapansin ng pamilya ko na mahilig ako sa pagkanta and music in generally. I used to sing Akon songs. I used to sing Rihanna songs, Take a Bow, tas yung Don't Matter by Akon. My parents separated when I was 4 years old. Lucky enough, they got back together when I was 18, pero ayun nga, naghiwalay sila nung 4 years old ako. And even though I was lucky enough that my grandparents were there for me, my ninangs were there for me, all of my family were there for me, kumbaga hindi pa rin maaalis sa sarili ko yung pakiramdam na parang nag-iisa ako. Kaya in a way, nagamit kong paraan yung music tsaka pagkanta in general para maramdaman ko na hindi ako nag-iisa, that life is still colorful. For a moment in time, and until everlasting, that you'll always be mine. Pero alam mo yun, music made it even better kasi hindi ko may tatanggi na Hindi naging madali yung experiences ko bilang isang anak ng broken family. Kaya, ayun, music was there for me. And it was one of the first encounters that I had wherein music kind of saved my life or made my life better. Ayun, I grew up with my grandparents, lolo at lola. Isa akong napakamabuting lola's boy. I had my ninangs and my grandparents growing up kasi daddy, seaman si daddy, so lagi siyang nasa barko. At si mama, she eventually went to Italy to work there when I was young. So, kumbaga, I had my grandparents, tas I had my ninangs with me, and I grew up with them. I love my grandparents so much. Napakadami kong natutunan sa kanila, sa aking lolo. Idol ko yung lolo ko. Bale, I look up to him as one of my father figures. And I do love my dad so much, but I look up to my grandfather so much as well. He is such a hardworking person, napakasipag niya, napakabait niya sa kapwa, napakabait niya sa mga kaibigan niya. He's been really great to his friends and family. I love my grandparents so much. Tas inalagaan nila ako mabuti. They made sure I had everything I need and even more. They gave me great education, they gave me great life experiences, and they taught me a lot of lessons. Nag-high school ako sa De La Salipa. I spent 4 years there. Then eventually when I was 15 years old, I had a turning point kasi nagkasakit yung lolo ko. Inatake siya sa puso and we had to take care of him. Pinagamot namin siya. At ayun nga, dahil idolo ko yung lolo ko, I decided that I take up his profession. My grandfather is a seafarer. Isa siyang seaman. Actually, pamilya kami ng seaman. So I decided to take up my grandfather's profession as well. And I went into the Maritime Academy sa Lyceum sa Batangas. Bumalik ako sa Batangas. I didn't know I was about to embark on a ride that I wasn't expecting, nor I thought that I'd ever be prepared for. Kasi when I entered the Maritime Academy, I got to experience what I'd like to call the essence of youth in a way. Kasi napakahalaga sa akin ng kabataan. For me, youth symbolizes a lot of things, and the experiences that I have when I was young, when I am young, are going to be important one day. And ayun nga, napakarami kong natutunan sa Maritime Academy. The good and the bad. I think I have experienced the best and the worst of what being young has to offer for a young boy like me during the time. I was senior high, I was doing great, and then I went to college, and I got to experience a lot of it. I fell in love, and I fell out of love, and I had friends, and I lost friends. And while embarking on that journey, I got to experience a lot of memorable things as well. One thing that I would always remember on about being in the Maritime Academy, nung nag-immersion kami nung 12th grade, senior high, 2019. Sumakay kami ng barko, and to us, it was a big deal back then kasi nga mga magsisiman kami. And for us to experience that at such a young age is so mind-blowing. This is where I got to accept who I really am as a person. Kasi I am a bisexual guy. I am a bisexual man. But when I was young, I didn't think I was able to accept it so easily for myself kasi natatakot ako. I was scared of being judged by people around me. I was scared of losing friends because of it. And I was scared of what my family would say and what everybody around me would say. All of those experiences in the Maritime Academy, which I'm truly grateful for, made me just focus myself into writing so much. I started writing songs when I was 13 years old, and that truly changed the game for me. Kasi it really made me have a vessel to express my thoughts, emotions, feelings, and experiences, and use it in a way of creativity and in a way that I would truly be able to get my message across. It was a way for me to express myself. And then I had this dream that one day I'd be able to share it with a lot of people. Tas, ayun, I never really got the courage to act on it until I was in the Maritime Academy. When I experienced all the things that I did in the Maritime Academy, which I'm extremely grateful for, I got this idea of dreams and nightmares. And in a way, I conceived the album when I was in the Maritime Academy. I wrote most of what is in the album during my stay in the Maritime Academy. Kasi sobrang talaga yung mga experiences na yun talaga yung mga tumatatak sa sa utak mo. And I also believe that all the experiences that you have while you are young, they'd stick to you until you grow old. So, I was at the time of my life during my stay in the Maritime Academy. I had lots of fun. It was 2019, first year college ako. And I got to fall in love. And I was having a bit too much fun that I forgot to be careful of myself. I got a little bit too reckless, let's just say that. And kumbaga, in a way, those situations have just mixed up into the weird feeling of having to accept myself. Kasi during that time, it was also the really first time that I got to know who I really am and got to try and embrace who I really am as a person. So all those confusing times just led me into one situation after another. At kumbaga nagpatong-patong na lang yun until eventually, I started losing friends. And then I wasn't taking care of myself anymore. And then eventually I got to lose the love that I had during that time. But at that time, I just felt like the challenges were a bit too hard. And I almost gave up on myself, but thank God that I didn't. And those were one of the other instances that music saved my life. Music has been there for me during every single step ng mga panahong yon. And whenever things seemed like they're about to crash down, magpapatugtog lang ako and it felt better. It wasn't a great time for me in grades. I wasn't really focusing on it anymore. Not that I recommend it to anyone. I was too focused on what was bringing me down at that time. And I know it isn't good, but that's what I did. And nung talagang paawas na lahat ng sitwasyon na yon, I just decided to drop out and leave the Maritime Academy and leave the life that I knew at the time and enter a new chapter. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, itutuloy ko na yung pangarap kong. And I know it's like taking a leap of faith. It's like taking a huge leap of faith. Kasi I was about to drop out. Tas pamilya kami ng mga seaman and everybody was going to say something about me. Everyone at school was bound to say something about me. But I decided to be brave. I decided to take the jump and I went out. And I decided to fully embrace the one thing that kept on saving me my entire life. That was music. I brought the idea of dreams and nightmares with me. I brought my songs with me. Lahat ng mga nasulat ng kanta, I brought it with me. And by February 2020, I decided to go to Manila, pursue the singing career that I want. Pursue the life that I want. Music inspired me and music saved me. And I told myself that if I can do this for someone else, para sa isang bata na katulad ko, na namumroblema din, if I could inspire another bisexual man out there with my songs, then it would be the best of things. Nasa Maynila na ako and I had no one. I didn't knew anyone from the music industry and I didn't knew anyone from the showbiz industry. It was just me, my family, and my songs at the time. So I did what I had to do. I went to Google, tas nag-search ako ng mga gitarista kasi I really wanted to play on bars to gain notice from people. Gusto ko mapanood ako ng mga tao singing my songs. And I wanted to have a guitarist kasi hindi ako mahal mag-gitara ng panahon yun. I went on to Google, I did the most unlikely thing to do, and I just went up and searched random strangers online, random musicians online, thinking that I'd meet someone, and lucky enough, I did. I get to meet Kuya Jomar Aranya. He's a great person at nakapanya agad yung mga kanta ko. He's a great guy to work with. He's a smart guy. He's an intelligent guy. He's easy to work with. And although it was risky trying to meet someone from the internet, especially trying to meet someone from the internet that you don't know and that you haven't met prior before, but I did it anyway kasi at that point my saying was, my life is one big risk anyway, so why not just continue risking it and betting it and betting on it. Tas ayun, tinuloy-tuloy ko na lang magtiwala sa intuition ko, and I was lucky enough that I got to meet Kuya Jomar. He's a great guy, and it was a surreal experience kasi for the first time I got to share my musicality, my artistry with someone. Tas kumbaga, I just felt proud kasi after dropping out, I really had to work my way up. I really had to work hard in order to prove myself, prove my family, prove to everyone that I could still be something, even though I dropped out. So we got to rehearse, and we got our first gig sa isang bar sa Pasay City. And to me, it was nerve-wracking kasi it's the first time that people would see me perform in Manila. It's the first time that I'd do a little show for people in Manila. And it's the first time that I sing my songs in front of everyone. The night came, the night went, and let's just say that I had fun. I got so happy kasi I was booked for another gig the next week. Pero something happened, and in a way, it changed my life again. It turned my life again, and safe to say, this time it isn't just my life that turned around. I think everyone's life was put into a halt with this next event. Safe to say the least, the unthinkable happened. The world changed. Lockdown happened. The pandemic happened. Tas, na-stuck ako sa Maynila. I was with my ninang. I was with both of my ninangs. I was with my cousins. Tas, it was scary. I knew I wasn't the only one who felt that way. I was scared for myself. I was scared for the people that I love. I was scared for my family. I was scared for my friends. I was scared for everyone. Kasi syempre, it's literally the first time that everyone's got to experience that type of stuff. So ayun, ECQ was lifted from Manila, and I decided I should get back to work. I started looking for producers who could be able to help me with my tracks, producers that would be able to help me put my songs out there. I was already looking for producers before the lockdown, but I really dove into looking for producers after the ECQ was lifted in Manila. I waited, I tried in looking for the right producer, and then I met Tiba Nakino, Kuya Tiba. He changed the game. I hope I don't wreck you.